that's more, so yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I made some sketch. After 2.5 years of therapy and soul searching and all of that stuff, so I made it with my best friend Felix, who's not here, he's in Baltimore, chatting up Johns Hopkins for me. And I wanted to make sense of somatization. Why? Because I had a really hard time getting help, and I don't want anyone else to have a hard time. The problem I found really is that I couldn't articulate my issues, I couldn't understand my issues, and doctors couldn't understand me until I got to that point. I also realized that almost all diagnostics relies entirely on your verbal communication with the doctor. Meaning, you go there, you're stressed, you're traumatized, or whatever, you have to articulate verbally in a way that they accept and understand with the 5 to 7 minutes they have to actually talk to you. So you do this verbal diary of them, they understand something, they take a bunch of notes with just words, and then the whole diagnostic, like that kicks off a whole series of tests and very expensive technological things that happen. At the same time, 65% of the population are visual learners, like me, and doctors especially are, this is like the #1 training tool for doctors, it is an anatomy coloring book. So all of their stuff is done visually, and yet we only use words. As I did more research, I found that a study of the NHS that said that your likelihood of misdiagnosis increases by 42% if the doctor feels like your language is vague, or if the conversation feels like it has a little bit of a contentious tone. This is the NHS, one of the most lauded healthcare systems in the world. So I don't know, I hope the rest of us have. So every area, this is sort of the process that happens when you go to the doctor. Every area here has been augmented with all of the most expensive technology to throw it. But it all starts here, and we don't have very good solutions here, and it hasn't evolved much. And doctors aren't trained on the conversation. They're trained on the mechanics of your body, and they're trained visually. So, in the US alone, there is $370 billion wasted annually per year on unnecessary medical procedures, unnecessary tests, protective things, meaning tests that aren't necessarily relevant to your diagnosis, but the doctor doesn't want to get sued, so they want to cover their ass. That doesn't even take into account malpractice insurance, and this is just in the United States. There's a lot of money being wasted. At the same time, complex PTSD, which is what I have, which is basically the chronic version or the death by 1,000 cuts version of the PTSD you might be familiar with from the military, is on the rise. It's being discovered. This is the Google trend thing since 2004. It's having a moment, and it's becoming a very, very expensive problem. And why it's becoming expensive, so that map sort of shows the percentage in the US, is we have something called ACEs, Adverse Childhood Events. There's a new study, and now they've basically figured out that not only do these certain adverse childhood events lead to complex PTSD and a slew of mental health problems, but it also severely impacts your physical health trajectory throughout your entire life. Meaning, heart disease, basically the leading causes of death in the United States. So what I wanted to create were visual tools, better than this is the only visual tool that exists now, to help patients understand themselves and present their case better to doctors. So I've created a couple of prototypes to use for myself. So right now I have a journal that I've been showing to doctors and selling to mental health practitioners. So far the response has been really good, and it's a very simple thing combining art therapy, mindfulness, and journaling to basically let you draw how your body feels and marry that up with your verbal perception of how you're doing, and then there's a little pick me up at the end to make sure you don't focus too much on your problems and get depressed. And I'm trying to sell enough of these to build an app. And this is my team. Felix is part of the medical establishment for many years. I am not, but I have been on the patient side and extremely frustrated, and I'm really good at coming up with visual solutions to customer centricity. These are my advisors. They're all pretty cool. I think you'll find this one's your favorite. And yeah, thanks. Please visit my website, check out the download if you feel stressed, and see how that does you. Give me some feedback. Thanks.